it's time for the MD and Chef Team Show.
Let's go!
The content in this show is for informational purposes only. It is not intended for medical advice. It does not take the place of medical advice or treatment from a physician or health professional. Listeners and viewers should consult their own doctor or a qualified healthcare professional for specific health and wellness concerns and questions. And now, let's start the MD and Chef Team Show.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the MD and Chef Team Show.
Do you need to clear your throat?
I know. I got to clear my throat. Hi, everyone. I'm Michael, nutritional chef and health coach at Doctor on a Mission. Joined, as always, on the MD and Chef Team Show by my hottie bride.
Aww.
Your beautiful functional medicine doctor, Dr. Isabel.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining. We're so glad you're here with us today. Mwah!
Wow, you're giving out hugs and kisses already.
Why not? The world needs more love, don't you think, babe?
I agree.
Do you agree? Do you think the world needs more love?
Yes,
Yeah.
Well done. Put it out there. Hello, everyone. Oh, I see the comments are pouring in. Hey, if you happen to be out there watching, wherever you are watching us, let us know where you're from. Just know the chat is open. The comments are open. You can come pouring in with your questions. We'll do our best to answer them. We've even got Rubio Method Mr. Showtime is joining us today. That's exceptional. Glad to have you on board today there, Rubio. So today I'm looking forward to an exciting show today. It's been an exciting week. There's a lot happening. And we're going to have some really, really fun things we're going to be talking about. You know.
Do you have a story?
Which story?
I don't know. I was thinking you were going to share a story from this last week.
No, I wasn't going to share a story. It might come to me probably as we're talking and we're in some of the different areas. But I was just thinking, hon, a lot of people are new to the MD and Chef Team Show, and they might not know exactly, hey, what's this all about? What's going on? And we're about three main things.
Yes, we're about three things. And just so you know, this might not be a place for you to stay and hang out with us, or it might be a place where you're like, oh yeah, they're my people. So we're about three things. As a medical doctor, I have come to understand that healthcare does not begin in a doctor's office. No. Healthcare actually begins in your home, right where you are. And that's why we're doing what we're doing. Number two is relationships. Michael and I have been together now for 45 years. And
yes,
we would love for you to learn from our mistakes to help you prevent a lot of pain and save you a lot of time if you want.
You're being transparent and telling them we made mistakes.
A lot.
In 45 years?
A lot.
Yeah, of course.
So why not learn from our mistakes so that you can make another set of mistakes, but you won't have to add on the mistakes that we've made. Basically me.
No,
Yeah, you too.
No, you're pretty perfect, but I'm the one.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty perfect. Yeah, not. And then the third is hope. What hope are we talking about? The hope that Jesus Christ shows us to have and shows us how to do life here on earth, because Jesus is the way. Let me tell you. And so we follow Jesus's teachings and just bring it out to you and showing you that life is too hard to do alone. Trust us. We're not meant to do it alone. And there's a better way. And Jesus shows us the way with a lot of love and peace and joy. So those are the three things that we're here about.
Now, before we launch into the show.
Oh, yeah.
This has been on my mind a little bit recently. We've noticed that about 70% of you that are regularly watching the MD and Chef Team Show aren't actually subscribed to the show. So may I request, please, if you could do us a favor, we would love that if you subscribe to the show, you'll get those regular updates. You'll know and you'll see what's happening. We'd really appreciate that. And just know that our commitment to you is we'll listen to your suggestions. We'll listen to your comments. We'll get back with you. We'll interact. We will connect. And that when we listen to you, we'll look at what guests you might want, what topics you might want to be talking about. You have our commitment that every episode we strive to be better and better here at the MD and Chef Team Show. So thank you so much for taking the time to subscribe to the show. And we look forward to seeing you on future shows.
Is there a subscribe button on this?
In there somewhere.
Okay, down somewhere
Yeah,
around.
everybody knows kind of
Yeah.
where they can subscribe.
All right.
I don't have any kind of
Button
thing that comes up and goes, subscribe. But they can figure it out.
And I'll just go subscribe.
So today's show got really, really interesting one. Today we're going to talk about the 5 big ugly questions. Now those 5 big ugly questions, these are going to pertain to health. And why are these 5 big ugly questions? Well, the reason behind it is these are questions, these are questions.
Do you want some more water?
No, I'll have some more in a moment.
Okay.
These 5 big ugly questions are questions that we should be asking ourselves about our journey in optimal health. But we either don't want to ask ourselves because we don't want to know the answer, or we just don't want to take the time because we just keep doing the same thing over and over and over. Because as the old saying goes, you keep doing the same thing over and over, and that's the peak of insanity because you're just going to get what you've already gotten, shall I say.
And unfortunately, I just want to say, after seeing 500,000 patients one-on-one for the last 30 plus years, I get you. I know that a lot of you won't do anything until you hit the wall or until it hurts. I encourage you, don't wait until then. Just backtrack and say, no, I'm going to start doing something now. Make that commitment. Because it's too painful when you wait and it hurts, okay? You hit the wall. It's really ugly.
And the reason why these questions matter so much is because, yes, we're in this world that just seems to be moving. And we can tend to be misled, overwhelmed, confused, too much information. So I wanted to break it down into some ugly questions that if we take the time to think about and ask, it's going to pertain to our daily habits, our daily outcomes. Because a lot of times with health, excuse me, as the saying goes, I don't know if that's a frog in my throat or an elephant popped down in there.
Do you want me to get you some honey?
No, I'm good, thanks.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it was just kind of something there. But these questions, a lot of times we think about, we're just looking for the big boom of health. We're looking like, okay, I've done everything now. All of a sudden, I'm good. I'm ready to go. I'm good. And it's really about the little choices and the things we do. So that's where we're going to dive into that a little bit more. I'm adjusting the camera here as we go.
You can.
As I can. I just move things a little bit and boom, we are adjusted.
Boom!
Okay.
I love doing this.
The
with
5
you.
big ugly questions. This is the health edition.
Number 1.
Number 1, think about, is this habit or routine moving me forward or moving me backward in my optimal health? So here's an example. Drinking water before we have caffeine. Highly recommend have water before you have any type of caffeine. Why? Because it keeps us hydrated, it's good for us, keeps the body systems going. So that example is moving us forward.
Yes.
That simple habit of making sure you have water before any type of caffeine is a good moving forward daily habit.
I agree. And your kidneys love you for it. And you only have 2 kidneys, so why not take good care of both of them?
That's a good thing. Another one.
I can't help myself.
You go.
Okay, all right.
Another habit we might think of, because we're talking about habits that we have to think of, is this moving me forward or backward in my optimal health, is how about working late, skipping sleep? I know I've done this in the past. I'm sure we've all done this, where that end of the day, we might think, oh, I just want to get this done. I just want to get this done. I got a lot to do. And we might do an extra hour to 2 hours of work at the end of the day and shorten our sleep time. You know, have you ever felt where you've got something on, you've been working on it, and let's say your normal bedtime's 10 p.m. and instead you work till midnight. But that last couple hours where you're putting that time in, have you ever felt that as you keep going more and more, your focus drops off, your actual creativity, what you're trying to accomplish actually drops off? And then instead of getting an 8-hour night sleep, you got a 6 hours or 5 hours. And you wake up and you're kind of like, I feel drained. Why did I do that? Why don't I just go to bed on time and wake up refreshed and tackle it in the morning? Okay, so that's an example of a habit that can actually move us backward in our optimal health, because mentally, over time, doing that very often will drain us, because now we'll start to have this more anxious feeling, overwhelmed feeling.
Well, it stresses out your adrenals, and then the cortisol goes up, and then your insulin goes up, and it's just not worth it. It's not worth it.
Well, you
to
lose
push
focus.
yourself.
You're just not as... You're not as focused, you don't get as good quality work done as you think you are getting by just trying to do more at the end of the day. Better off getting a good night's sleep, getting up earlier, and then boom, you're refreshed and away you go. You're totally focused. Another one might be is, thinking of daily habits and things we do, is taking pharmaceutical medications and not looking at root causes. Now, is that moving us forward or moving us back? Okay, you might say temporarily it's moving me forward, but long term, it's going to be moving you back. If you got some things on, something's happening, and you have to take medications about it, okay, and that temporarily,
There's a place for it.
that could be all right. But moving forward, long-term health over a period of time, you actually have to stop and ask the question, why do I have to take this?
Yeah, good question.
What's causing this? What's the root cause? Because otherwise you just end up taking it for the rest of your life. We know that's setting your optimal health backwards by doing that. So question number one is thinking about, and there's many, many, many different things we could go into, but just gave you a few examples, is this daily habit moving me forward or backwards toward my personal optimal health? And when we look at that and think about, what am I doing there? Was that habit working for me or not? We can start to make some better decisions about our health.
And one thing I wanted to say, if I may, can I slip in here and kind of...
All right, you may.
The
microphone has disappeared.
One thing I'd love to say is habits are learned. Okay, you are doing what you're doing right now because you've learned it. And the thing is that you can unlearn it. What's wrong with this? You can unlearn it. Michael and I were with a young lady yesterday, and she agreed that she had to unlearn a lot. And that's the key. Whatever you're doing right now that's moving you backwards, you can unlearn it to move forward. Because your subconscious, your whole life is run by your subconscious. 95% of your living day is run by your subconscious. It's only in your conscious for 5%. Think about learning how to drive a car, a stick shift, or what do we call it, a manual?
Manual, yeah.
I don't know about you, but when I had to learn how to drive a manual, it was hilarious and I was scared. However, now I can get in and just, I get to a place and I'm like, wow, how did I get here? Well, I got there because my learning from your conscious fell into your subconscious, and I learned, and now it's just natural. So you can unlearn these bad habits and put in the new habit, but it takes a little bit of time.
Yeah.
And the first step is asking yourself this question: is this moving you forward or backwards? So it's a little hard at the beginning, but then after a while your subconscious takes over and it goes, I got this.
Yes, this is my new habit.
This is my new me.
Or dropping an old one.
Yeah.
My new me.
Yeah.
Remember, the chat is open, so if you're out there watching us, you can put in questions, comments, whatever it may be. We're here for you. This is live. And by the way, if you catch us on the replay, put in a hashtag replay in the chat, and we'll know you came in, and we'll say hello. So big, ugly question number 2. Am I busy or actually improving my health? Now, this is about being, and I've heard this recently from one of my mentors, is are you hyper-focused or hyperactive? There's a big difference there. And a lot of the world is hyperactive, but they're not hyper-focused. They're not actually zeroing in and focus on what they're trying to achieve. It's just all over the show. So, as far as my health goes, am I just scrolling through wellness reels? Am I researching and searching all over the place and spending hours a day just going all over the place and actually being busyness in my head? Am I being productive where I'm sleeping 7+ hours a night? Do I have good quality fitness routines going on in my life? Am I eating good quality food? Am I seeing measurable results with what I'm doing because I'm hyper-focused on my daily habits instead of just have a whole bunch of habits going on and I'm trying to do so much that at the end of the day, now I'm just overwhelmed, I'm anxious, I'm stressed. So we have to think, is this activity moving my health marker? And when I say health, we usually think physical right away. We think below the neck, and we think, is this helping me with my health? We think below the neck. But I'm talking the whole body. I'm talking mental health, brain health, physical health, spiritual health. We have to think, am I over exercising? Am I over everything all over the place? So that, yes, I feel like I'm moving, but all I'm doing up here is driving myself crazy in my head. I'm getting overwhelmed. I'm getting anxious. I'm fidgety. I'm just, I just, on the edge all the time. So we have to look at, okay, these habits, am I just being hyperactive or am I being hyper-focused on activities, actions in these habits? Are they moving me forward or backwards as far as the activity level of what I'm doing? Any comments on that?
I sure do. How did you know?
Well, I was just...
I was just waiting for the pause.
The pause. Okay.
The pause
I'll have
is
some
very
water
important.
And I'll pause and away you go.
So one of the things that Michael and I guide people with is habit stacking. So, 1 week... you have a notebook, you carry this notebook and you go, okay, my number 1 habit this week is whatever, drinking your water, okay? Then the next week, you put in another habit, like I'm going to eat clean 80-20% of this week. We do the 80-20 rule, is 80% of the time, and then 20% of the time you just kind of skid off a little bit, not fall off the edge, okay? Do you know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean because that's what we do.
That's what we do. And then the third week, let's say, a nice act of kindness. So every week you're just stacking good habits that are healthy for your heart and for your health and for your brain. And before you know it, you're going to have about 10 habits that are going to be in your subconscious that you just know you need to be doing to keep you at this new frequency, this new frequency of health. Where you were at this frequency, now you're at this frequency. And it's not that you're better than anybody else. It's just for you, you have decided, okay, this is the new me. This is where I'm going, and I'm going to be up here. And in order for me to be up here, I need to be implementing these habits.
So Rubio Method asks the question, what happens if you think you're hyper-focused but you're just hyper? Should a person create a pre-checklist to preview weekly or review weekly? Great question. I would totally agree with that reviewing weekly. Isabel and I do this on Saturdays. We review and preview the week coming up. Because great point though, Ruby, a lot of times we think we are doing is succeeding, and we just keep doing it. And for most of us, and I, we're both guilty of this. We used to do this all the time. We would just go months and months without changing anything, and then all of a sudden be like, oh my gosh, this is not working. I don't feel good. I don't look good. It's a mess because we weren't reviewing and then previewing what our habits were and what we were doing. So excellent point, Rubio. I think we all need to just have one day a week at a minimum, I believe. It doesn't need to be every day because then you could just get too crazy, but one day a week where you'd actually sit down. It could be just 10 or 15 minutes. Review your week. What's worked? What are the habits I've been doing that week? Maybe you have a journal where you've written down some new habits you're doing. And then preview your upcoming week and think, okay, yep, here's some change. Oh, that wasn't really working for me. I need to drop that. Part about what we'll talk about a little bit here is learning to say no, because we can over, and that's where being hyperactive. We can try to do things, overcommit. Yeah. So yeah, great point. Try to set up one day a week, 15 minutes. Could be a half hour, but just a little bit of time. Review what's worked, what hasn't worked, and preview what's coming up. And you will find how that releases your stress. Because I know for me, when we do that, and I've done a review of the week and been able to look at some things that, what has worked, what hasn't, but then also previewing the week to come, and I'm actually ready and prepared, then I'm not, what's the statistics, and I'm pretty sure you know about this too, is that most of the heart attacks around the world,
Monday.
The majority of heart attacks around the world happen on Monday. Well, why? Because people just launch into Monday and all of a sudden they're not prepared for the week.
They're stressed.
They're stressed. Yeah. And just like, no. And so it's just a really good habit to get into, is that review and preview.
Great.
Of what's going on in your life. So
good point, Rubio.
Thank you.
And thank you for being with us today.
Thank you for bringing that up. Great point. So big ugly question number 3. Now this one, I really love this one, because this one you can think this is really about mental health and spiritual health. Does this habit heal me, grow me, bring joy, or help someone else? Now that's probably one most of us never asked about our habits, because that's interesting. Is it healing me? Is it growing me? Is it bringing joy to me or someone else? So here's a couple things. Walking with a friend, or just, we all say, oh, let's have lunch, and then with one of those comments we just throw out there, oh yeah, we'll get together, we'll have lunch. And come on, we're all guilty of this, and we haven't talked to them in 6 months, and it never happened.
Yeah.
We do that, and we throw these comments around. Oh yeah, I'll give you a call, and boom, 6 months later, oh gee, I never talked to them, or they never called me. Either way. So, walking with a friend, what that does is it brings joy. Hopefully, it brings connection. And it brings activity, because it covers a lot of these different things. So we didn't think about, okay, so some of these habits we're doing, again, not everything is going to be joy and wonderful and giving and healing, but you want to incorporate some habits that are going to bring that to you, because if it's all just about the grind every day, Ooh.
You will get ground down.
You will get ground down. Exactly. You
To a
will
pulp.
get ground up. You know,
Yeah.
ground down, ground up. And so think about some daily habits that you can incorporate that actually bring you joy. And if bringing you joy just means getting outside for 15, 20 minutes, and bring it. If it means just stopping everything that's going on and sitting in a chair and having a cup of tea and allowing your parasympathetic
Yep,
allowing your parasympathetic system to kick in where everything just goes, ooh. I mean, whatever those little habits need to be, but think about what brings me joy, what might bring joy to somebody else today. How can I connect? How can I, just allow my systems to have some peace and have some joy? Because if it's all grind all day and hyperactivity, you will be struggling in the future.
Yes.
Mentally. And I'm talking about here now from the neck up. And the neck up will affect the whole
down.
Body,
Yeah.
the neck down. It's all connected. Any comments on that, my dear?
Well, yes, I do.
Well, how could that be?
So try this. Try this and see if it makes you happy. When you're walking down the street and you see somebody, how we pass somebody and they don't look up, but sometimes they do look up. Just smile at them. You don't have to say anything. Just smile at them and watch them smile back. Now, they may not. 90% of the time, they will smile back at you. But 10% they won't. Don't worry about that. You don't know what's going on under their scalp, okay? But just smile at people and watch them smile back. And you know what? Your heart will go boom! It'll be so happy because you made somebody smile. Just try it. It's a little experiment. It's my prescription for you, to help you bring you joy.
And them joy.
And them
brings
joy.
them, because it's like, oh, okay, yeah, somebody's smiling at me. Oh, yeah, that's right. I can smile.
Yeah.
When you said that made me think of another one. I wasn't actually thinking of this too, is if you're out and about, no matter where you are, maybe you're shopping somewhere, retail, groceries, whatever you may be doing, and somebody has a name tag on.
Oh, yeah.
And use their name. Not just, oh, hey, whatever. Call them by their name. If you're at the grocery store and Kathy's got a name tag on or Bob's got a name tag on, say, hey, Bob, how you doing?
Yeah.
Now, yes, they might be like, huh? How'd you know my name? And then you just say, well, you got
right there.
Right there. Well, you'd be amazed how people light up when you use their name.
Because the most important name in the world is their name.
Yeah, the most important thing is their name.
Yeah, and boy, did I get it wrong yesterday, didn't I?
Well, how did you do that?
Calling people the wrong names.
Oh.
And they were like, no, that's not my name. And I'm like, oh, I thought that was. So it was an accident. It was an accident. Yeah. It was an innocent accident.
Yeah, so if you're ever out and about, you want to bring joy to somebody and watch them light up, use their name, and they will smile. I've seen 100%. I've seen that 100% of the time.
And then you'll smile. Works. Your heart will smile.
Yeah, and then you feel good about it too. Like, hey, that was good. That was nice.
Yeah.
Okay, big ugly question number 4. Oh, Rubio's coming in with something. Here he goes.
Fun
one is to give a random person a compliment.
Yes, Rubio, that is so good. I love that.
Yes.
Because people just aren't getting that, so good on ya.
Yes.
Good on ya, mate.
Get on you, mate, from down under. That's a good one. Big ugly question number 4. Now, here we come, and this is a question that most people will never take the time to ask themselves until they end up
splattering on the wall.
There you go.
Just saying.
I was going to put it other ways, but boom, that sums it up. If I keep living like this with my daily habits, where will my health be in 1, 2, or 5 years? All right. Personal story. This is a question that I actually asked myself at around the age of 50. Because, as Isabel just said, you could be ending up with a big splat on the wall. And at the age of 50, because of my daily habits over the past, let's say, 20, 25 years preceding that of really poor health lifestyle habits, working as an executive chef in large corporations for 60 to 75 hours a week, year in and year out, I was staring down the barrel of death within 5 to 10 years for sure. I mean, the health issues, the conditions, it was all coming on fast. And this was a question where, fortunately, I don't know exactly how, when it happened, but I remember how it happened because my beautiful wife was looking at me at the time, kind of like with that face, like, oh man.
Really?
This poor guy, you
Well, because I knew where you were going.
You had empathy, but you were like, oh my gosh, this guy is,
I know where you're going.
Good, yeah. And I had to ask myself that, well, where am I going to be in 5 years? I've got a beautiful wife and 2 beautiful daughters who were young at the time, and I'm thinking, both my parents died young from chronic disease, and I thought, oh my gosh, that's where I'm going here.
That Talking Head song, my God, how did I get here?
How did I get here?
Dun, 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 dun.
Yes, from Talking Heads fans of the 1970s.
For those of you who know
Yes.
who Talking Heads is.
So we have to take, I don't know when, if it's now for you, or you have done this, or, this is an awakening, but in our health, and when I say health, again, I'm not talking just physical health, I'm talking physical, mental health, brain health, spiritual health. There is a time where we need to look in the mirror and say, where am I heading on my daily habits in a year, 2 years, and 5 years? Because again, it doesn't happen just boom that day. You hear it all the time. Society tells us like,
oh, they were so healthy.
oh, it just happened.
Yeah.
Or whatever, oh, it just happened. No, it doesn't just happen. That's not the way it goes, unless it was a car crash.
Yeah.
And yes, but as far as health goes, and somebody's died of a chronic disease, they weren't healthy, and then all of a sudden that day they got a chronic disease and died.
Right.
It doesn't work that way. There's been a build-up over time, and then it just starts.
Then the volcano erupts.
Right. And it's that slippery slope down that continues. So it's really important for us at certain periods of our life, and whatever that may be for you, but I would suggest not going as long as I did and looking up and going, oh my gosh, how did I get here? Because I could slowly turn that around, but it took multiple years, and basically reversed my age, because of where I was at 50 and where I am now at 67. Yes.
Good job.
Thank you. Onward?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Forward and up.
Big ugly question number 5.
This is the last one, because we know you can only take so much.
Does this habit energize me or drain me? Now, I'll start off with a workout or fitness or something. When we ask the question, does this energize me or drain me? All right, just to clarify here, when I know this is the same for both of us, when we're going to work out, when we're getting ready to do our workout, I'm not excited about it. That's just where we're at.
I don't like working out, just letting you know.
I'm not like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited about this, but we're committed. We're committed and we're disciplined. We know we need to do it. Now, am I excited? Does it drain me? Now, the cool thing is, when I'm done working out, I'm energized.
Yeah.
Because it's
over.
Yeah, because it's over. We've done it. But it's a feel-good thing because we know we're disciplined enough to do it, so it mentally feels good. I know my body feels good. Yes, it's like, oh, I might be tired from it, but yet I'm energized because I know how good it was for me. So when we ask the question about a habit, does it energize me or drain me? It's kind of like, well, does that habit that we're doing, does it energize me to know that I'm going in the right direction? You know, like, let's use food. If I'm getting a big, giant, greasy hamburger and French fries,
Yum.
does it energize me or drain me? All right, so temporarily,
you're as high as a kite with dopamine.
right. And at the beginning of it, I am energized. I'm like, oh my gosh, look what I'm having. That's going to be so good. Da, da, da. But when I've done eating it, I'm sure we can all get this because we've heard it over and over again. After we've done having it, does it energize me or drain me? Drain. You're just like, oh my gosh, I need a nap.
Yeah.
You know, if I have a clean meal, let's say I have some nice grilled salmon, or I have some chicken or some beef or some lamb or whatever it may be for you, if you're vegetarian, whatever it may be for you, and some nice clean protein and some lovely vegetables and a big lovely salad with some extra virgin olive oil, maybe some nuts, some seeds, a good little vinegar or some lemon squeeze or whatever
Nutritional
it may be.
yeast.
All that goodness, and I'm eating a beautiful, clean meal, I'm energized throughout the whole thing. Why? Because number one, I'm energized when I start because I know how good this is for me. I know it's going to energize all the systems of my body. It's going to energize my brain, my mental health, my spiritual health, my physical health. And afterwards, I'm not drained because I don't get this massive crash. Afterwards, I still stay energized and I'm feeling good. So what we have to look at is these daily habits we have, are they energy drainers? Or are they actually bringing energy to my daily lifestyle?
So essentially, is this good for me or bad for me?
Yeah.
Just simple,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Is this good or bad? And you know if it's good or bad.
And this number 5 question is one of the most common health indicators, is understanding the fact that we know, and hopefully we know, and hey, you keep staying tuned to the MD and Chef Team show, we'll help you to figure this out. But we get to a point where we know what's good for us and what's not. And so when we start to ask these questions about, does it energize me, does it drain me, we can start to change our daily habits to say, no, this is where I want to stay. So let me just reflect on these a little bit and recap these 5 big, ugly questions about health and focus on our health. Number 1 is this habit or routine moving me forward or backwards as far as my health goes? Ask that question about your daily habits and each one individually. Number 2, am I busy or actually improving my health? Am I hyper-focused or hyper-active? Again, that's a great question to ask because we don't want to just be busy.
Be productive.
Be focused. Number 3, does this habit heal me, grow me, bring me joy, or help someone else have joy or help them out? And number 4, we got to look in the mirror as far as our health goes. If I keep living like this with these daily habits as far as all my areas of health, where will I be in 1 year, 2 years, or 5 years? Important question to stop and ask, whether it's the beginning of the year, whether it's today, whether it's tomorrow, whether it's once a month. But it's such an important question to ask of ourselves. And then those daily habits, this one will really be an indicator for you is, does this habit energize me or drain me? Those good habits. Because in saying that, I think about sleep. Does my habit of sleeping 4 to 5 hours a night drain me?
Yes.
Or if I'm sleeping 7 to 9 hours a night, does that energize me?
Yes.
Yeah, there's your answer, yes. Well, if you like these big ugly questions and if you feel this is something that could help others, would you please share this video with others and let them know, hey, I was thinking about you and this video with these 5 big ugly questions, I think could really help you out. Go ahead and share that with somebody. Let them out there. And I have one final quote for you before we move on to our next segment of Relationship Chat. The body whispers before it screams. Ask these questions before it's too late. I'll leave that with you.
Please do. Please do. Great. That was really good. Okay.
Relationship time.
It's relationship time.
Yeah, I don't know. We need some kind of a intro thing or something like relationship time.
Okay, let's talk about relationships. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, so I have called this "Are You In or Are You Out?" And it all starts with a relevant story of a couple who weren't really a couple, who weren't married to each other, who were at a Coldplay concert. Does anybody remember the little story that happened last week?
Has anybody not seen this viral story over the last week? And maybe you haven't.
Yeah.
But the bottom line is these...
Wait.
Oh.
So anyway, you know those kiss cameras, and you know they go and they find somebody, and it's this couple, and he's got his arms around her and she's in the front, and they see that they're in the kiss camera, and then they kind of separate because they weren't supposed to be with each other, because they don't belong to each other, because they're not married. They're having an extramarital affair. He was the CEO, she was the HR manager, and they were doing the wild thing. So the thing is, look, I feel for them because they made the wrong decision, and now they're paying for it big time. And what is hidden in the dark is revealed in the light, and that is like a perfect picture. But that's the story that I want you to think about relationships. Are you in or are you out? And so I have a mentor who once said to me, Isabel, marriage is like this the first 30 years. And then by 30 years, you're like this. And I agree with that. Do you agree that we are one now? But it took about that much time to be this one hand in hand together. It takes time. And there's just a couple of things. Let me see, 3 things that I want to talk about today.
And as you said that, just made me think about, because yes, we're still separate human beings.
Oh yeah, forever.
But coming together as a team takes time, because it takes years to understand, working as a team, what the other person might be thinking, what they might be feeling, learning how to respect each other's feelings, learning how to work together as a team. Because, any of you sports folks out there, you would relate to this. You can't put a whole bunch of new team members together and then expect them to be great. You see this all the time in sports where, they pay a lot of superstars, try to put them together to create a super team, and it doesn't work because, people need to be together, working together for a certain amount of time so that they know they can trust each other with what's going on. They know when there's mistakes made that's okay. It wasn't, it was just a mistake. They know how to come together, working together as a team, and that takes human beings a little bit of time to develop that. So in relationships, you need that time to come together. Yes, you're individuals, but to work as a team, which is a relationship, it's a team effort, that will take some time to develop. And it might be different for you guys, or for us it was 25 or 30 years to really get that team solid to come together.
Yeah. Right. And so just have a healthy understanding, a mature understanding about love. Love, yeah, it's all hot and wonderful at the beginning and it's a honeymoon period, but love really begins, the deep, deep rooted love is you develop more and more love when you work through stuff together, through the hard stuff, through, finances. Oh my gosh. You would think that a doctor and a chef would be able to have their finances under control, but Michael and I had to learn some really hard, ugly, painful lessons about money together and learn how to work together and not sabotage each other when it came to money, right?
Yeah.
And that grew us together in love because now we have so much more respect for each other and the money we make. But the point is, you got to have a healthy, mature understanding about what love is. And it's not just beauty at the beginning. Yeah, and stay beautiful during the whole thing, but it's the difficulties where you really develop that.
Isn't finances one of the main things for divorce, where people, you know, about financial stress or financial stuff going on, or you find out one person's been stealing all the money or spending it all or whatever it may be, and or keeping secret accounts and this and that.
Yeah.
You know, because when you come together, you got two individuals who have probably had different spending habits, or rarely is it all the same, but different bank accounts, different spending habits, different budgets, different ways of doing things financially, different backgrounds in finances, depending on what you might have learned from either your family, your parents, your lineage, your school, which school doesn't really teach you anything. I mean, you know, it kind of depends where you're coming from. And then you've got to merge those for, okay, now what's the financial future for our team? What are we going to do as a team in our finances going forward? And that just is not going to develop right away. And for some people, it never develops, and it actually implodes eventually, and it can cause a lot of, end in divorce.
And we're all about joining your money. Like, we know so many people, especially the young people, once they've gotten married, they have separate accounts, and their money is their money and the other person's money is their. You know what? That's gonna cause problems. I'm just letting you know that in advance. You know, I'm doing the prevention talk right now. Join the money and learn how to work together, because you guys are now a united front working together. And something, I will let you speak.
I'm good. This is your gig.
I know, but I will pause. But I just gotta say this. But I do want to say that consider, this took us a long time, but consider when a problem comes, consider it as an opportunity of growth. Like, you're going to learn something from this. Okay, this is not happening to you, it's happening for you. And we understand now that us with our money it's like, how do we do this together? Okay, we do 10% or more into invest, 10% into our joy account, and then 10% into bills, 10% tithe. You know, like, we get that, like, we understand that now, but that took a long time. So just know that you got to have a mature attitude when it comes to love. It's not all hot and heavy the whole way through. I mean, yes, we're hot and heavy, but it's a different hot and heavy now. I mean, it still is, but you know what I mean. I'm not going to get any further into that one. Okay, so the second thing is constantly communicate. Okay, so when I say constantly communicate, I really had a hard time figuring out a nice way of saying this, but work at communicating all the day, not just once a week, not once a month. Talk to each other throughout the day. What are you doing? How are we going to do this? And when a situation arises that the other person upsets you, don't blame and don't shame them. Learn from me. I used to tell Michael, you did this, and this is my old me, okay? This is my hot Cuban. Are you ready for this?
I'm hanging on. I might just kind of move away,
come
step
here.
away.
In the past, I used to, when Michael would upset me, I would go all straight up here and my veins would pop and I'd go, you did this to me and you're making me feel it, and you, and I'd do the pointing thing.
Finger pointing. And...
So don't do that. Here's a better way of doing it. Okay, I wrote this down because I wanted to get this right. So you want to do the attention is to the action and not to the person. So here's an example. This is the no way, okay? I wrote, babe, when you're late, I feel like you're not respecting me. Are you able to text me and let me know when you're going to be late? Oh, no, wait. Sorry, that was all wrong. Okay, so this is the no way. I have my notes. This is the no way. You are so disrespectful to me when you come home late. Why do you do this to me? Okay, don't do that. Okay, here's the yes way. Babe, when you're late, you see my tone? The tone is softer. It's more loving. Always come to somebody in a loving tone. Just letting you know. So, babe, when you are late, I feel like you're not respecting me. I'm feeling like you don't want to be with me. You don't care about my time. Could you consider texting me when you're going to be late, just so that I'm tuned in?
Yes, if that was really me, yes, I would.
Yeah, and so...
I'm not a late person, by the way.
I know, but I had to pick it up. I had to pick something.
And you picked it well.
Yeah, because it really was hard for me to pick something now.
Yeah, well...
Do you know what I mean? Like, after 45 years, there's really...
Yeah.
I really had to dig deep.
Right,
So the point is...
I get it, yeah.
Yeah.
Is how you're communicating that you're upset.
Yeah, and you don't attack the person. See, I had to learn this. You don't attack the person. You focus on the action of that person, because that action and that person are separate, but they can change that action, and do it with love.
Right.
Do you have anything to add?
No,
to that?
that's a good one. I just wanted to clarify, I'm not a late person.
I know, babe, but I had to pick something. I'm
not clarifying to you. I'm clarifying it to all you folks out there. But that is a good one, because, you know, the bottom line of what you're saying is when we do feel disrespected or we have a problem with something the other person's done and we communicate that to them, if we want them to actually hear it, it has to be said in a way that's heard, because that was one of our problems in the early stages. Is if Isabel brought that upon me in those ways, as far as just so over the top, you know, I wasn't hearing it and I couldn't accept it. I would back away and almost just basically leave the room, because I couldn't think through it. I couldn't accept it. I couldn't work with that. And then we got absolutely nowhere, which then that made her more angry. So we needed to learn how to communicate properly, where the person is able to receive something when you want to let them know, hey, wait a second, this really wasn't good. I want to let you know about it. And we have to be able to give that to them in a way where their ears and eyes and feelings are open to say, you know what? Yeah, you're right. I see that. Okay. Yeah, my apologies. I was wrong. I see that now. So it's not always just about the person saying, who has to say, I'm sorry, but we have to give them the opportunity to receive it so they can say they're sorry. Otherwise... And
understand where you're coming from.
Yeah, and understand it.
Right.
Yeah.
And then the third thing, and this is the last thing, is just make the commitment once that you're going to be married forever. Just make it once. Don't make the commitment like once a week, or maybe, make the commitment once. Now, this is a disclaimer. If you're in a dangerous situation, this does not apply to you.
Right.
Get out, get help, okay?
Right.
Like, I get that. Mommy got out. Praise the Lord, my mommy got out of the bad situation. She taught me and my sister and my brother, we do not put up with abuse, okay? So, that aside, just make the commitment once that you're going to be married, and when the ring is on and the papers are signed and you say your vows, like, that's it. Now you're going to figure it out, and you will figure it out. Just give yourself time, okay? So in closing, I'm a human being. You're a human being. We see people, and
We're not AI creations here.
No, we're not AI bots. Do you know that there's people being made into bots of themselves?
Yes, I do know that.
Wow, I just learned that yesterday.
It's all wild and crazy.
Wow, but we're real, okay? And so I don't know how anybody could become my bot.
Don't put that out there, because somebody's going to contact us and say, "Hey,
you need an AI bot.
I can turn you into whatever."
I don't think that's ever possible. But here's the deal. We are human beings. We look and we're like, "Wow, that looks really good over there. That guy looks amazing, and he's got so much money, and he's so handsome, and look at his job, and wow, look at how he's with his wife." And it looks amazing. Or for guys, wow, look at that woman. She is hot stuff. She takes such good care of herself. Wow, I wonder what it's like to be with. And then your mind starts going off. Okay, here, newsflash. We're all grown. The grass is always looking greener on the other side. But guess what? The grass is grown on fertilizer. And the point is, there is shit over on the other side of the grass, green grass, okay? So just know that they got their stuff too. So bring your eyes and your attention and your focus back onto who you're married to and make it work. It's so worth it. Is it not like the best? Now, it's been ugly at times, but it's great. It's great now, right, buddy?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I had mentioned to you yesterday about sharing your poop story with the grass and the fertilizer, but you changed it into a different word, so I'm like, oh, okay.
It just came out. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I try really hard not to cuss, but it does come out sometimes. At least I'm not doing the other word.
Yeah, no, that was just funny.
Yeah.
But people understand it, that, grass is always green on the other side, but it's growing on crap.
Okay, you use that word.
No, well,
You're good at not cussing, and I'm going to get better. I am going to get better. So I encourage you to stay on your own side and commit to being in with your spouse, okay? Are you in or are you out? If you're out, then get out. Or you might get busted on the kiss cam of some concert, and then how's it gonna be?
Oh, man.
Oh, that would have been ugly.
Alrighty, so are we moving on to our inspirational chat, inspirational segment?
Yeah.
Bring it. What do you got today?
Okay, inspiration. We're going to land this plane with a bit of inspiration, speaking about your thoughts. We have 70,000 thoughts a day. The thoughts that you're having today are pretty much the thoughts you had yesterday and are pretty much the thoughts you're going to have tomorrow. That's just the way it is. The key is, what are you thinking about? Are you thinking things that are going to help you and grow you, or are you thinking things that are going to tear you down and keep you low and not help you reach the image of who you see yourself becoming? I mean, that's a question you got to ask yourself. What are you thinking about? And one of the reasons I'm speaking about this is because I had to understand that I was listening to the wrong thoughts. When I came to the end of myself, I realize now that I'm way over on the other side that I was listening to devilish thoughts and I wasn't listening to God's thoughts. And I am not the only one that's doing this. And I just want to let you know that if you believe in God, if you believe in Jesus Christ, He is here to teach us how to think His thoughts and how to move forward in this world, thinking His thoughts and understanding His thoughts and living His thoughts. And can you imagine night after night thinking wrong thoughts, and then your sleep gets shorter, shorter, and shorter, and you have to wake up the next day and live? Well, that's what happens when you're thinking the wrong thoughts. So I encourage you to make a decision to stop and ask yourself, who am I listening to? Am I listening to God, or am I listening to the devil? Because in John 10:10, we know that the enemy comes only to kill, steal, and destroy. And that is a for real situation. The devil wants nothing more than to have you out of here. Now, I have, as a Christian, I've been a born-again Christian now since 2005.
20 years.
20 years. And I was raised Catholic. And so I heard this statement. So I've been a Christian pretty much all my life. I was baptized as a Christian. And I kept on hearing, know the truth and the truth will set you free. And I was like, what? I just never really understood that. But you know what? That is such a true statement. If you know the truth about how much God loves you, how much He loves you unconditionally, no matter what you have done, He cannot love you more than He already loves you. You are loved as loved can be. Now, He may be disappointed in the things you do, but God loves you. This is true. This is in the Bible. It's in Ephesians 1 and 2. If you get a chance, go to Ephesians 1 and 2 and read how much God loves you. It's jam-packed with how much God loves you. God loves us so much, and I always thought I had to work for His love. Mm-hmm. But I don't. Jesus already did everything for me. I don't have to do it. God sees me as a pure, beautiful little white lamb. Yes, I will pause.
Yeah. Pause.
Pause.
Religion teaches us that God's love is performance-based.
Yeah.
The more I perform, the more goodness I do, the more things I do for the church, I do for God, I do, that He's going to love me more. Well, I'm here to tell you that's untrue. That God's love isn't performance-based. He just loves you. He loves everyone out here on this planet. We're all His children. Beyond that, it's up to us what we decide to do, and whether we accept Jesus in our heart or not, and the life we live with, if it's by God's commandments or not. But we can't earn more of His love.
Nope.
It's pure, it's true. And for us humans, that's hard, because human-wise, we tend to see love as performance-based. How do I have more love? I have to do more good things. I have to do more right, correct things, and that to be loved more. Mm-hmm. That's a human concept. That's not God's concept. God's love is true, and that's just the way it is. And that's a concept that, for myself, being a new Christian, I had to discern what was religion telling me and what was God telling me. And I go by God's truth, that He loves me unconditionally, and He's teaching me what unconditional love means. Mm-hmm. And I can pass that unconditional love on to my children. I mean, we all see this as parents. No matter what our kids have done, do we still love them unconditionally? Yes. Do we love our kids more because they do good things? Well, hopefully not. We should just unconditionally love them because they're the child that, that's been given birth to, and you are parenting, and you have responsibility to it. I don't see how you could love them more just because they do something good. That doesn't work that way, and that's what God's love has taught me anyway.
Oh yeah, me too.
That,
I'm right there with you.
His love is unconditional, and hopefully we can learn to give unconditional love too. And that's how we can take judgment out of love, because love shouldn't be judged. It is what it is. It's either love or it isn't.
And God's the best teacher of that. Just love. He loves us. He loves us. And
Boom, boom, boom.
well, he does.
I know.
And I just wanted to say a couple more things here. So, in the dark night, when you're all alone and you've got these terrible thoughts, well, just make sure that you know the difference between the devil's thoughts and God's thoughts. What the devil says or what God says. The devil will say, is that really going to happen? He will bring in doubt. I mean, he did it with Eve in the Garden of Eden. Did God really say that? And Eve was like, well. And then doubt came in. Well, that's what the devil does. He makes us doubt ourselves. He'll say things like, you've got such a long way to go. You will never, ever achieve that goal. Like, give it up now. You are going to be destitute. You're going to live in poverty for the rest of your life. On and on and on. That's not what God says. God says what he says in the Bible is Jeremiah 29:11. I know the plans I have for you. Plans to give you hope and a future, not to destroy you. I mean, okay, my encouragement to you is to get God's promises tattooed in your mind, in your tongue, and in your heart, and meditate, nourish yourself with those words. Why? Because you are thinking 70,000 thoughts a day. I encourage you to only allow God's thoughts into your mind and cast out anything that is not of God. It will help you so much. It's helped me so much understanding that I'm in control of my thoughts and God's right there with me. And the Bible teaches us everything that God has said because it's God breathed. God breathed those words into everybody. That blows my mind. It really does.
Beautiful.
So in closing, I want to close with a prayer that I wrote together for you. Is Lord, strengthen us to resist the enemy's efforts to influence our thoughts by filling our minds with your truth only. In Jesus' mighty name, amen.
Amen. Yay. Well done.
Thanks.
Well, if you want to learn more about us, the MD and Chef team, just drop on over to doctoronamission.com. That's our website. While you're there, there's a lot of great free resources for you. So pop on in over there. Check out the free resources that'll have to do with health and wellness. We've got a great free resource for your kids' brain health. So if you're parents of or grandparents and you want to make sure your kid's brain is developing well in the early days, there's a free resource on doctoronamission.com. All kinds of other goodies there. You'll learn about us and also our services that are available. Check that out. And if you want to see, okay, what do these guys do on a daily basis? Well, then just look for @Dr. on Facebook, LinkedIn, X, let's see, where else? Instagram, all those different areas, and you'll see what's going on through posts and reels and all kind of other goodies. Yeah, we're out there. We're having fun. We're enjoying life. And just like you, we're crashing and burning at times, and we get back up and just keep on going, and we get better. We learn, we improve, we move forward, and create this amazing, great life we have going up and down through all the different days of life.
Forward and up.
Forward and up, but then some days go down, but that's all right. You pick
that's
yourself
life.
up and away you go.
That's right.
Just like you, we're a couple human beings doing life. All right, thanks for joining us today on the MD and Chef Team Show. And again, if you haven't subscribed, which about 70% of you are that regularly watch the show, we would really love if you did us a favor and subscribe to the show, share it out to others. Thanks for coming on by today. Have an amazing week until we see you on the next episode of the MD and Chef Team Show. We love you. God bless you.
Mwah. Bye.
Bye-bye. If you're part of that 70% who haven't subscribed yet, well, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you can come along with us. Give us a like. Thanks.